You know, I think one of the intimidating factors about playing a fretless is the intonation thing. Everybody seems to obsess about it, and I think one of the tricks to understand, or one of the things to understand, is that if you've got a good technique in terms of spacing with your left or right hand, depending on if you're left or right-handed, obviously, with your fretting hand, is that if you've got good spacing, your fingers are actually playing in exactly the same space as, or places, that you would be on a fretted. So I've never practiced intonation on a fretless because my technique, my spacing of my hand is, you know, I'm playing in the same place. I'm not thinking, there's no thought processes that are different or positioning that's different. You play just right behind the fret, where the fret would be, you know, same as. Just right behind the fret. So, and what fretless does is, if you haven't got that going on, if you've got any kind of movement issues in terms of you're kind of sort of, you've got bad fretting hand technique, and you're playing like this type of thing, you know, and jumping back and forward, it's going to highlight that really badly, and you're going to find it really hard to play in tune. So my tip for anybody that wants to take on a fretless is, it's absolutely fine if your technique's good in terms of, you know, your fretting technique. Don't worry about it, because it'll be easy. Like playing for Richard Bonner, that's who I was thinking about.
Oh, Richard Bonner, of
Richard,
course,
you've got to check him out playing with Pat Metheny.
Oh, what is that tune called? Question and answer. It is question and answer, yeah.
No, it's.
Oh no, that's Jacko, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did, like, Jacko played it.
Yeah.
Jacko played it originally, but Richard Bonner plays it with live with what's the drummer called? I can't remember his name. Wow, great. Anyway, it's on YouTube. Check out Richard Bonner, Pat Metheny. That track will come up. Bright Size Live.
Bright Size Live.
Yeah, it's really good. So if you do have decent technique in your fretting hand, you're going to find it easy to pick up the fretless, because don't be really bothered about the intonation thing. Just make sure you're playing in tune, you know, ears open. But if you haven't, it's really going to be highlighted by the fretless, which is a cool thing, actually. It means if you pick up a fretless and you're finding it really hard to play in tune, you shouldn't think to yourself, oh, I need to practice my intonation. You should think, why am I not playing in tune? And it's probably because your fretting hand technique is mucked up, and you need to work on that. So it's actually counterintuitive. Intuitively, you'd think, oh, I need to work on my intonation. I'm going to practice fretless in the dark and all of those types of shenanigans that people do. But really, to get really great intonation on a fretless, you should have the lights on, and you can actually, you could practice great fretless playing on a fretted bass by just working on that, you know, having a nice open hand when you play. And what I'm doing there is I'm just playing exactly the same, but the thumb here is absolutely around the back of the neck, because as soon as I bring it over like that, then the hand closes up and it's impossible to play in tune. So bring that hand, if you can see that, bring it round like that. Yeah, it's just great, isn't it?
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. Yeah. Just such an I'll continue. Yeah.
There you go. Actually, there's a string missing, so it's really the neck's gone back, basically. Hence why I can't play any notes down here, because there's not enough tension on the truss rod because the string broke. But yeah, like, don't be afraid of the fretless. It's a really great indicator to whether you've got a decent fretting hand technique. And if you haven't, it'll definitely highlight that.